Carmela works for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and she does advanced work and also Asian Pacific American outreach. And Rima Dodine works for Senator Durbin, and she talked about all kinds of things that she's interested in. She currently works on the Judiciary Subcommittee, but you can talk to her in general about issues pertaining to everything from health and education to human rights. Then Candace Cho is next to her, and Candace also works for Senator Durbin, and she's interested in health issues. Charlene is next to her, and she works in the other Mr. Levin's office, in Congressman Levin's office, and she works on health issues. We have a very health-oriented panel here today. Georgette, who you just heard from, works for Sony, and she's interested in environmental issues right now. And then next to her is Christine, who's working in Senator Levin's office, also dealing with health issues. And then Sarat, who works in Senator Durbin's office, and she's dealing with education.
This question can go to anyone. What excites you about your job, and what's the hardest obstacle that you face in your job?
So one of them would be communication. You know, the Hill it moves very quickly, and so you're always trying to get information from a lot of different sources, and all those people are trying to get information from a lot of places too. So, you know, it's definitely. I'd say that's one of the larger issues is, you know, making sure that you are always kind of grabbing information and you're giving out information, and that balance and all that stuff. I will say the final challenge is, of course, partisanship and sort of, you know how at school you guys have like your groups of friends, and sometimes they don't get along very well with other groups of friends, and you can admit it. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Some of that can happen on the Hill sometimes, where sometimes people don't get along. I think they're all here because they want to make the country a better place, but sometimes our ideas about that are a little bit different. And sometimes, like, you have an idea that you really are excited about, and you have to sort of find a way to get it through, you know, to people who don't necessarily agree with you. So it's a lot of compromise. And I think that's definitely something that you learn to overcome here.
This question is for Georgette, and in your line of work at Sony, what type of environmental issues do you encounter and work on?
Right now, I'm specifically working on electronic waste issues, which, as I said, is about being environmentally conscious of what chemicals we put in TVs or in plasmas or LCD TVs, or even the PS3, the PS2, the PSP. I mean, you name it. I mean, every electronic good has some sort of chemical waste in it. So what we are working on is, one, on a company level, we have definitely been pioneers at making more environmentally friendly products.
When you first started working for Nancy Pelosi, was it exactly what you thought it was going to be like, or was it like more than you expected or less than you expected?
Well, I told you guys when I first started interning for her, it was a lot of grunt work. Like I said, it was like photocopying, answering the phones, getting coffee, and cleaning the fridge. That was the lowest point of my internship ever. But then, like, the next day, I was offered a job. I was offered a job as a press assistant. So I did that for 2 years. And it's always been very exciting working for her, because the people that come into our office, say Bono or Jewel, or it's very, very exciting. And now that I have the opportunity to work for the first female Speaker of the House, second in line, and I travel with her, is just an amazing opportunity for me, and the people that I get to meet every day, and it's just been wonderful. It's everything that I wanted to do, and I don't see myself going anywhere for a while.
About working style, which is working hard. So the first question, what other attitude and working style that you can give us as advice for high school students start to work on? The other question is this because you are Asian American?
Okay, so is everybody as hard a worker as you, or is it just an Asian American thing?
I think it doesn't really matter if you're Asian American or African American. Everyone on the Hill has to work really hard. And if you don't work hard, someone will work harder than you and get their stuff done first. But I would say one trait that I think is really useful on the Hill is patience. It's really hard to solve a really big problem, and you're not going to solve it in a day a week, a month, or even a year. It can take as long as 10 years to get something done. But if you're patient and if you're dogged about it and persistent and tenacious, regardless of what race you are or religion or where you're from, things do get done. And individuals do matter. I think it's easy as someone growing up in today's day and age to be cynical about the government and say, oh, everyone up in Washington is crooked and they're all out for their own good and nothing ever gets done. But that's not the truth. The thing is, there are hard workers on the Hill. There are guys who want to do the public good, who want to get things done, but you just have to be really, really patient about it.
You're a part of this this group that is having such an effect on people. Imagine, I mean, who likes to clean their room here? Not, you know, I hate cleaning my room still. Well, I'm not very passionate about it, but I love, like, you know, emailing friends, keeping in touch with them, meeting up. I mean, anything that you're passionate about, you're going to put your energy into it 100%. You're going to be excited about it. I mean, everybody here is just excited to be here, and I think that's what really pushes everybody to be very determined and to work really hard. It's that passion. So again, you know, find out what your passion is.
You know, just keep that in mind. There are going to be times where you're going to have to just trudge through things you don't like, and you'll be surprised at the end. You might learn things that you didn't expect to learn and discover things you didn't expect. So, and you know, as to the racial issue, or at least gender issue, there's going to be days where I think you feel like that is a presence in your life, and you just need to, I think those are the times where, you know, tenacity definitely comes through, and you just need to push through and say, this is who I am, and I'm a good worker, and I mean well, and, you know, go forth in the direction that you want to, and just assume that those people are negative energy, and you are spreading your positive energy. So, thank you.
And I'll add my 2 cents. Read the newspaper, know what's going on, and pay attention in your history and social science classes, social studies classes. History may seem like it was a long time ago, but it all cycles back.